back to Gold Fries. I have been planning to transition my large work machine into a small form factor setup for quite a while now, and I've even shared about how my power supply went up in smokes. That incident happened, and I have been working in a very poor setup simply because I had no time to proceed with the transition. I've even placed components in the selected casing, which is the Cooler Master NR200P. The ITX board, the processor, the storage, the power supply, it's all in there. I've tried my best to prepare everything for the transition. And then suddenly this guy appeared, the Tecware Fusion, that houses Micro ATX motherboard and ATX power supply without one having to print additional drive cage. The power supply cage. So guess what happened? Bye bye NR200P. Hello Tecware Fusion for my work rig. So without further ado, let's dive into the details on what this casing has to offer. Comparing it to the NR200, the Fusion is about a centimeter longer and taller, and that makes it able to house ATX power supply and Micro ATX motherboards easily. The power button, the reset switch, the audio jacks, and the USB ports are located at the top front side of the casing. The panels are all removable, but unlike the NR200, the Fusion does not come with any dust filter, which is disappointing. The openings are huge, so it's pretty much an open case, which is why I'm not doing any thermal testing for this review. One thing nice about the Tecware Fusion is that the panels are tight. This means that even with cable management, your cable is unlikely to pressure the panels to open, so you need not secure it with additional screws. I like it that the PCIe bracket cover is hinged and magnetically locked. The Tecware Fusion doesn't come with pre-installed rear exhaust fan, as it comes ready with vertical graphics card bracket, PCIe riser not included. Some of you might think that this casing looks familiar, and you're not wrong. This model is also known as Qi Zhao, which is a model by Xianma, and it's been on Taobao for a long time. I believe that the Tecware Fusion here is licensed, and you can say that it is a rebadge of the Xianma Qi Zhao. The Tecware Fusion comes with a side carriage that allows various attachments, and it comes with an SFX power supply bracket. At the top, it has a bracket to mount fans, and it also comes with an ATX power supply bracket that can be removed. Note that using an ATX power supply means you won't be able to place another fan towards the top front. The interior is spacious, but that does not mean you can mindlessly place everything inside. The Fusion comes with removable front panel, and you can place storage at the front if needed. Getting a full-featured ATX board in place was easy, and even with the Noctua NH-U12S Chromax Black 158mm tower cooler in place, the grille panel closes easily. You have to consider the choice of graphics card and power supply. Larger power supplies and the modular types of power supplies may have conflict with larger cards. After all, modular power supply can be a little larger to accommodate the connection points. I used the medium-sized Zotac RTX 2060 on my rig here, with a 3.5-inch hard disk placed at the bottom, and stashed above the hard disk is the power supply cables. I mounted one of my SSD at the front, and I routed the ATX cable through the top. The cutout on the Tecware Fusion is good, allowing you to fix cooler brackets with ease. The only downside is that the structure does not provide 100% support to my motherboard. Lastly, Tecware included this nice accessories box that separates the contents and even labeled them, which I think is a really great touch. Alright, so I finally completed the setup, and this time around I'm showing it to you with the tempered glass on. The casing retails at RM230, while the tempered glass retails at RM35. Now, I do not recommend using the tempered glass if your tower cooler is like mine, which is 158mm in height. So when I firmly close the tempered glass, it is actually in contact with the tempered glass. So there's very slight pressure, and well, I'm just afraid of the glass breaking. However, if you are not using a cooler of this height, then it will look good. Furthermore, the tempered glass is nice. It has paddings at the side. Now, as you can see, the Tecware Fusion here houses an ATX power supply, Micro ATX motherboard, a graphics card, and I stash the cables. Over here, going for Micro ATX setup instead of Mini ATX, well, the reason is obvious. I get more storage setup and I get more USB connectivity. Overall, the Tecware Fusion is a great casing and I'm giving it a gold badge. Alright, that's it for this one. I hope you guys like this content, and if you do remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.